times. So to start with, of course, I can't wait because we have our very special guest speaker for today. I'm going to give a little bit of her background to you, and I'm sure she'll be sharing a lot of inspirational stories as we get along here. Miss Nora Bastien, who's one of our top leaders in this company, has a bachelor's degree in management and industrial engineering, but came to Canada as a nanny in 1988. And then in 1993, she was able to purchase her first home. Further on, she studied culinary arts in Niagara College, taking advantage of government-sponsored apprenticeship program. And she got her Red Seal Chef's qualification in 1996, then landed a job at Niagara Casinos. One day, they were short-staffed. She thought that, she was thinking to herself, there has to be a better way of living, of making money. And she became open to opportunities that come along. And she took over a restaurant and ran it together with her husband while still working at while still working at the casino. And then they both then realized that what they got is not a business, but a job. So the quest continues for a better way of making money. And then she was introduced to network marketing and fell in love with the business model concepts of earning multiple income streams in one business. And in her search for the right company and the right opportunity, she became a network marketing junkie. And then one day, while being in the hospital, she received an email about Global Wealth Trade, which is now, of course, Opulence Global. She fell in love with the business and the compensation plan, and she's been a part of the company since 2008. She was a member of the CEO's Leadership Council Group, and now she's one of the shareholders of the company. And in 2019, she was appointed by our CEO as president of Opulence Global Philippines. And listen to this, her business is now in over 77 countries in an organization of about 6,000 partners. So ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our very distinguished guest for this morning, all the way from Niagara Falls, Canada, one of our lifestyle director three, Miss Nora Bastien. Hello, hello, Miss Nora. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Rico. Good morning. Or good evening for you, Rico. And good morning to everyone. Good afternoon, wherever you are tuning in from. Listening to that introduction is very, very humbling because I never even thought of becoming like this, speaking from really when looking back, when you don't do this stuff, it's like you didn't really know how far you've come in this journey until you hear something like that. Thank you so much, Rico, and good morning, everyone. So let's get started.
Well, first and foremost, Ms. Nora, it's an honor to have you on this call. And of course, today is all about inspiration. For more than 2 years that I have known you, I really do not know the whole story of how you become a part of this company, your journey. And of course, this is a wonderful, wonderful time for us to learn more about, how you get started, how you were able to grow, how you were able to expand your business as well. So for the first question, because I have noted in your bio, which I haven't read, that you grow up in the Philippines together with 12 siblings. Wow, that's a lot, huh? and I just want to ask you, what was it growing up in the Philippines? Can you give us a little bit of your background way back before joining Opulence Global?
Sure. Like you said, I grew up with 12. I have 12 siblings. I'm number 4 of 12. So actually, the way we are raised is it's almost like a network marketing, because my parents, they have nothing, where they're really just my mom is an entrepreneur, my dad is a carpenter farmer. So basically it's like but I have this ever since I was 9 years old. I dream of coming to Canada. That's why I want to become a nurse, but that didn't happen because they had no money. And what they do, like what I said, it's like a network marketing system, because they send our first one, the eldest one, to college and got a degree, and then that person now would help the younger ones. So we do that all the way. So, but because there's a lot of us, I still have a lot of siblings. So I thought I'd be a working student. So I basically released my parents from the burden of providing my studies. So I become a working student, and that's how, that way they can just, the rest of my siblings will not stop, can just continue with school while I'll take care of myself. So that's how I grow up.
Yes. Thank you so much, Nora. And of course, as you grow up and as you finished your schooling, I can see also in your bio that there came a time that you decided to go to another country to make a living, to earn a living. Can you tell us something about that?
Well, because of the poverty, right? So I basically, I saw an ad on the paper. I was working after my graduating from college, university. I got a job, but I end up, and then I saw this ad. I ran into this ad about working in Singapore as a nanny, right? And it was fly now, pay later. So I said, I'll take advantage of that because there's a lot of scam, right? This one, I don't have to put in money. So that's what I did. I figured that would be my stepping stone as a nanny to come to Canada, right? Because it says once you after your contract in Singapore, you will be qualified for Canada. So that's what I did. So I stayed in, I'm blessed to have employers that are really, really nice and very supportive. So that employer helped me actually to process my, to just sign the paper for me to apply for Canada. She released me after my contract. So that was a blessing. And when I arrived here, same thing, I was blessed with a good employer, nice employer who become my family really. They don't treat me as a nanny, but as a family. So that's how, and then when I got here in Canada, I realized that vehicle is a necessity. It is a necessity to move around. So I got my driver's license, start learning how to drive, and I attended school to so I can adapt easily to Canadian culture. So I took computer, anything that is free training, the government over, I take advantage of it. So that's how I got into all those other stuff. So
Wow, I love that. I love that you seize every opportunity that comes along your way. And I just love what you have shared. You came from humble beginnings, you came from poverty, and looking at you right now, I think you're checked in one of the hotels there in in Niagara Falls. And of
yes.
course, this is what we wanted to learn from you, how you were able to make it. And of course, I noted also that after you have employed for a certain company and then you started your own business, is that right?
Yes, we did. We were working at like and introduction. We were working at a casino, but an opportunity opened up. I guess I'm very much open to opportunity that comes along. So I went. We took over the restaurant. We ran a Filipino restaurant here in Niagara. But then again, there is not a lot of. We didn't have a lot of money of capital, right? To a working capital to go through. So basically, what happened is we go there. We work at casino. We come in. Then we go to the restaurant, or we go to the restaurant and then we go to the casino. So my husband and I were working. We literally, because it's just us, just family, because we cannot afford at that time to hire somebody else, right? And then we did that because my daughter says she wants to be a doctor, and I don't want her to borrow money to go to school. There's a program in Canada, it's called OSAP. It's a student loan. I didn't want her to have that, so I said if we can start the restaurant and then we can prepare for her university. But then again, she didn't like it. I was too busy. I didn't have time. I didn't even have time to spend with her. And imagine, she joined me in Canada She was already 13, and I left. She was only 1 year old.
Oh,
And
yes.
yeah, it was a long time. And then when she got here, I feel like I didn't know how to be a mom. I was like looking at her as all I could think is to how to support her with but the love wasn't there. It's like the bonding supposed to be as a mom and daughter wasn't there because I was so focused on having the money for her to support her studies as a doctor.
Yes. And I remember you sharing the story in one of our calls that, you were doing something in your business, you were trying to make a living, but then you ask yourself, is there something more to this? I remember that. And can you share a little bit about that?
Yes, because what happened where we were working at casino, they start cutting off the staff, right? Shortage. So basically, I'm Filipinos. We're hardworking, right? So and for me, I don't. Well, Paul also work hard, but then again, I was by myself in the production kitchen. I was carrying a load of 3 people. I was multitasking. I was so tired. You pick up 50 pounds of potatoes, 50 pounds of meat. I was
Wow.
so tired. And that's when I said, the question came, like, there has to be a better way of earning a living. that quest is started. From that question came out, and that quest is started to find a way of a better way of earning income.
So yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. And I think that was the time that you started venturing to different opportunities. So tell us something about how you were able to see the network marketing as an industry.
Well, I was invited for coffee. It didn't say a meeting. It was actually an insurance company. My and then it was A.L. Williams at the time. So I was invited, and I was like, oh, so, but at that time I couldn't do it yet. I was a nanny, right? And then that was my first introduction to network marketing. I didn't know then about network marketing. And then I got invited again by a friend to attend this meeting, to go out. Just, she didn't mention anything about network marketing. But then again, I saw the multiple streams of income in one business. So that's when I said, okay, so I tried it. I signed up. I'm easy to sign up. And I got there. I said, oh, this is not for me. And then every time opportunity is presented to me, I go and check it out and try the product and all that stuff. But there's one thing in network marketing that I didn't like at all, is the auto ship of the product. That was my issue, because there was it's $200 of product every single month. Whether you like it or not, it will arrive in my house. Whether I finish it or not, the same product every single month. So that's why I said, okay, so can't do this. I'm wasting a lot of money on products that I don't, because I couldn't use finish enough, and then another one will arrive. So that's how we get started.
Well, I admired what you said there, that you were open to opportunities, because basically you're finding ways on how you can have that, of course, not only financial freedom but also time freedom for you and your family. Now, another question that I have here is, I will fast track Miss Nora, because of course you've been to a lot of companies as well, as you have mentioned in your bio. How were you introduced to Opulence Global? What is your first encounter with Opulence Global?
It was an email, because prior to Opulence Global, Renee, her sister-in-law, and brother-in-law we were in the same company, right? It's a travel company. So we had a cruise. After we were there every night. We sit every single night for dinner. I was sitting with Renee's sister-in-law, and when we came back from that cruise, she sent me an email about, said, Nora, if this is if the national director there is in Opulence Global, she would be making the, she go with the, give me the numbers. She would be making this much. So that's why I said, we are in this company now. So I said, okay, then when I went to the, she gave me the website. When I went to the website, I saw Renee's picture in the GWT website. I said, I saw this guy in the cruise. Why did he tell me? You know, because she cannot say, they cannot say anything because we are in the other company cruise, right? So that's how it started. And then, but during the time when I saw the opportunity, I was broke. I mean, I said this on the call some when I do testimonies sometimes. I was physically, mentally, and financially broken. That's how when I saw that. So I want to start it right away, except that I was so broke. I was in debt.
So, Miss Nora, what made you, what did you see that made you decide to join the business and the company as well?
The smart buy, because it's of all the companies I've been in, we use the product that they send every single month. This one, the Opulence Global have a smart buy. That grabbed my attention, and the compensation plan, the business plan itself, which we will have that is the pace to infinity. Those are the two things that grab my attention.
Yes, Ms. Nora, just for the purpose of the people that are here, especially the new ones, the Smart Buy is actually a program of the company wherein you get a lot of benefits. You get shopping credits. You have the freedom to choose any product of your choice. So as Ms. Nora was saying a while ago, every products in the previous company, it arrives and arrives. You don't have the freedom to choose. So you're stuck with the products that sometimes you don't even like. But here with the Smart Buy program of the company, the shopping credits gives you the freedom to choose any product of your choice. So that's one of the things. And of course, you get the additional discounts. It has actually a lot of benefits. No? So particularly when it comes to that program, but probably the one who invited you here can probably share with you more of that. Now, going back to my question, Ms. Nora, as you have said earlier, you were financially, mentally, physically broke, and then the opportunity came to you. Now, how did you manage to join that company? Of course, I know that you need to invest money to start the business. So you were broke, but how did you get started?
Okay, it's like I say, God made a way where there is no way. Really, I really attribute that how I got started to God, because in the physical, I was in debt. In the physical, it was so impossible. I did not to get another credit. So, but this company, this credit card company, sent me an application of a new credit card. And what they say is, I can transfer, even if I already have a credit card with them, I can transfer the balance of that card to this new one, right? So this is so I said, okay, but when you are $50,000 in debt, when you cannot pay your credit card anymore, even the over limit, the interest, there's just no way. So, but then again, in that application, they sent me the free envelope to mail. So I filled it up. I said, I got nothing to lose. I fill it up. And then before I send it, I said, Lord, if this credit card will be approved, this application will be approved, this business is for me. So that's how it got started. 1 week later, I got in the mail an envelope from that bank, and I feel it was hard. I said, ooh. So I open it, they give me $10,000 credit limit. I was thinking, if it's not even enough to transfer the credit card to this card. So I called right away. I needed to make money, so I called right away the Renee's sister-in-law, who sent me that email. I said, I'm ready. And then he said, what? Actually, at that time, she just came back from a boot camp. I was his first sign up, and it was the platinum package. She said, I fell on the floor, on the chair. And then she said, are you sure? I said, yeah. So I said, did you want me to do the presentation for you? I said, no, I already went through there. I already went to the website. I was already watching it. Like already, I literally, before I could start, I know how to set up, because we have the beginners and intermediate thing in the back office. In their back office before, I already know how to set up a hotel meeting. I already know I already went into their advanced training before I could even get started. And that's why I say my desire probably was burning. That's why God gave me the opportunity. What are you gonna do with it? So that's how it got started. And
Wow.
because I have now, if I don't work on the business, I'm not sure if I'm jumping to your next question, but if I didn't work in the business, then I will be $60,000 in debt. So I had no choice. So I used that to start the business, buy my marketing material, attended the convention. That's how I first met our CEO, Ramin Miscarlo, and the corporate team.
Yes, I love that. I love that, Miss Nora. When you said like it was supposed to be a payment or a solution to your debt, but it is not enough to cover the whole debt of $50,000. When in fact the credit limit that was given to you was just $10,000, and what you did was you turned that adversity into an opportunity for you to make more money. And of course, no, because I know a lot of people these days, probably they are also in the same boat as you are, looking for opportunities but don't have the money. But I think what you have shown to us, Ms. Nora, is that you always keep on finding ways, because if you really see an opportunity that can help you improve the way you're living, then there's always a way. There's always a way. And I'm glad that you found a way. That's actually our tagline. If you have the will, we have the way. So that's a wonderful thing, Miss Nora. And then after that, when you get started, of course, with the opportunity, describe to me your first experiences when it comes to the products, when it comes to what state were you in when you joined the business?
Actually, when I launched in March, but I was actually, this is what I posted earlier. I said from hopelessness coming from a place of hopelessness to this. How did I do it? Because really, those times I was very like I said, I was in the dark place, with I didn't even want to live. I tried it 3 times. I failed. I said, Lord, there has to be a purpose. I don't know what it is. But so I said, I cannot even. So when you want, even if you try to take your own life, if it's not time yet, you're not going to succeed, because the same procedure I did with I learned from others, but then again, I failed. So anyways, that's why we asked, let me just go back when you asked me what I saw in the business. The smart buy and the business plan is like, to me, a light at the end of the tunnel. I don't know what it is, what really, but it just felt like it. I felt like I had hope again. I felt that hope again. But when I attended the conference, we were actually, this is what happened. I was still I just got out of the hospital just so I can attend that conference. That was my first conference, the second for the company, my first. So we attend the meeting. At the end of the meeting, where do I go? We go upstairs, and I just bawling my eyes out, uncontrollably. I don't know what it is. I don't know, if you've never suffered depression, you will not understand what I'm talking about. But if you have, you can relate to my story. But then come back again for the next day, keep attending that, and then there's another one that it opened up. On the stage, our CEO, I saw mentioned why he created this company, right? So that single moms who don't have to can go to a restaurant and eat what they want, not what they can afford. I was like, so this person, I didn't know him. This person really have a good heart. So he's not in it for just for the money. Is really number one focus is to help, right? So that solidified now my belief in the company and the corporate and the CEO. So, and then he was standing there asking about who are the founding members here. And then I said, what is founding members? That's how I got started and get interested again on moving into becoming shareholder. So can you imagine where God take you when you take action, when you make that decision? It's just amazing.
Yes, and I'm glad, Miss Nora, that this vehicle of opportunity was able to help you, especially in your down times. And can you share with us? Of course, you started the business, and of course, can you share with us some of your memorable experience when it comes to the company, the activity, the business, the promotion, the vacation, the recognition? Anything that you would like to share? Some of your most memorable experiences?
A lot. Paul said we have 2 hours. No, a lot, because really that I never, even today, when we check in this hotel for this meeting, even today I was like, never would I thought, imagine even to be the decision I made in the midst of, maybe people think you're so crazy, you're in debt, you're creating more debts, right? In the midst of that depression, and I made that decision to get started, and that it would come to this where we're at right now. So I never imagined that. But I like I don't want to preach, but God is bigger than God's plan is better than what we can see, right? That's how I see it. So
Yes.
so I've been on 3 cruises already with the company. And the funny thing is when we were in the travel, before we were receiving checks, right? Checks is not e-wallet load. Every time my daughter goes to the mailbox, she opens it, and she said, Mommy, I love this company better than the other one. I said, why? Because you are receiving checks every week. You're receiving checks every week. I said, yeah, you're right. You're right. So that's what the benefits. And one more thing that I want to share before I forget, Rico, is because Paul reminded me this, that in this company that we are getting paid from the work we've done, or the CV that we accumulated even from 2008. That's 14 years.
Wow.
So it's amazing. It's amazing. Is it easy? No. It's just never. I think this is what we have right now is the product of not giving up. No matter how tough it is not giving up.
Yes, and that's one of the things that I truly admire about you, Miss Nora. We've been with the company for 14 years. And right from the beginning, you saw an opportunity. And, of course, I know that you have seen a lot of things has changed from the time that you started up until now. Wow. There's probably a lot of innovations, improvements, evolution that the company has already done, especially during these times of adversity. But let me just ask you, what is your favorite products among the the lineup that we have here in Opulence Global?
Just have to choose one.
Wow. Favorite product. There's a lot
Products.
of all the product from fashion. Remember, we started with fashion, right? And
Yeah.
how I built this business back then is because we have high-end fashion. And what grabbed me this how we did it before the consumable product is we focus on the business. We sell the business because the compensation plan is for me, if I can make money, if I can do this at that state of mind, anyone can, like anyone can really, as long as you are willing, because it's like I am very shy, and forget about being shy, like because of add the depression to that, I didn't even want to talk to people. But I was driven by the compliant, drawing the circles. That's how we present the business before. And we just wear the product and present the business drawing the circles, drawing the circles on paper. So, and when we have the what's called with the release of the Fountain of Life, that make a total difference in the business and in my health and my family. And now we have more of our Safe Home Revolution product, which is really, really awesome. And people, I think most of our thing, they know already my testimonial about the product. So
but anyway, Miss Nora, just for the purpose of the new people that are here, particularly, we just want to share with you that we have an amazing line of product. We have thousands of products in our e-commerce platform. And one of the best sellers that we have here is the Fountain of Life, which Miss Nora is sharing with you, which is the most powerful antioxidant I have ever seen. Okay, so it contains lignans coming from the Norwegian spruce tree. But the highlight there, it's an antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, and at the same time, the highest level of antioxidant available. Can you tell us a little bit briefly, because I know you're very, very attached to the product because it has changed your life. So can you share with us very briefly how did it help you, particularly with your health?
The two major thing is with the Fountain of Life is one, my grandson's kidney. My grandson has a nephrotic syndrome since he was 4. And at the time when F oil came along, he was 12 or 13. And then also my brain tumor, because my grandson was on medication. There's medication for the kidney and medication for to take care of the side effect because of his medication. So it's medication on top of medication. And I am really searching for, I didn't expect it to help him out. I was just giving him a little taste. And as a grandmother, it's really painful to watch, like you don't know if like your grandson will have a kidney transplant or it will end up like that, or, you worry too much. But that when I got that, when I did a test the next day, when it was negative, I said, okay, now this product might help him. So I continue giving it to him. And for myself, I've been off work because of the depression. And then they found out that I had a brain tumor. I had a brain tumor surgery. I started 2008, 3 years later, I had a brain surgery here, right? I was searching for natural, because I refuse radiation, right? I refuse radiation because of the side effect. When it's a rare side effect, that's what I get. So I refused that. So I was looking for alternative. And then I found about anybody who would tell me this is good for you, this is good for you, I'll take it. And then Fountain of Life came along. It controls the growth. They cannot remove the whole thing. So right now, what I have left there is inoperable. They cannot touch it. So I control it with the natural stuff. And then FOL came along and I started taking it. So I started taking it February and I started feeling good. And then by July, I was able to work for the first time in so long, right? Wow. That's why the way I build this business is off and on because of my health issues. Regardless of the health, that's why I said, if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Yes, yes. And Nora, looking back at the story that you have shared from a very hard and challenging life growing up, and just not making enough money. You work as a student so that you can go to school, and now, as what I've said earlier, your business is now in 77 countries with 6,000 partners all around the world. And we just wanted to know, how were you able to do that? What was your mindset? What was your principle, attitude? Anything that you would like to share to us on how you were able to expand in different countries?
Um, when I was not uh, well, I basically like this. Even my down outline at the time, they said, stop hiding from on the computer. I stop hiding from the keyboard. So just talk to people, right? But that's all I can do. I was using social media, right? A lot,
Mhm.
Facebook especially. I was in jail on Facebook multiple times for sharing my business multiple times. So I just create another account and started again, and then that's how I build a business there. And then the beauty about this company, this our business plan is you don't only accumulate CV on the person you bring in or the second. I have 121st generation, and the team is almost 6,000.
Wow.
So that's how the business works. This is where the leveraging really came in. And what the number one thing that did me good really is never missing my smart buy. No
Mhm.
matter what happened, no matter how broke we were, we take care of our smart buy first before anything else. We never jump off it since day one. We say in our presentation, set it and forget it. That's exactly what I did, because I know the power of it, the power of that smart buy, the benefits I get from that smart buy. So that's why I share this in my calls. On the calls, sometimes we eat instant noodle. We put that on top of rice. So just so we can.
Sardine.
And sardines. My husband is not even Filipino. She will the canned sardines. We used to take that with eggs. As long as a smart buy is covered, and it is worth it. That sacrifice is worth it. Really, it's worth it. So because what we did is just from aside from all the other benefits, the biggest benefit of that is the CBD you accumulate all the way down from within your organization. And as of today, actually, I have 5 million CV, and I'm getting paid
Wow.
every week,
Wow.
but the CV just keep going and going. So
Wow.
that's the power of that. So if you are on the call, if you don't know what a smart buy is, ask the person who invited you and just set it and forget it. It really pays off.
Change your life.
It starts with two, and to unlock the to start making money, you need to introduce two people. That's what I did, and work with those two, because the two that
Mhm.
I got, they're more they can talk more than
Mhm.
I can. So I just work with them. I just support them by using the knowledge I have from learning the business before I even got started, and that's how it started growing and growing.
Yes, thank you so much. And that was truly inspiring, Miss Nora. And I have seen you talk in our calls. I have seen you talk to our partners. And I can just really sense the passion, your commitment whenever you talk to them. And I just want to ask you, and you've been with the company for 14 years, imagine 14 years. So I just want to ask you, what makes Opulence Global not only about the products, but the entire Opulence Global as an opportunity? What makes it so special to you?
Oh, it's I think first and foremost is the CEO himself is not thinking as a CEO, but as someone in the field. So he understands how it is, because he was a distributor before as well, right? Before he started this company. And another thing is, like I said, if I other companies I couldn't build. just because of the way the business plan is set up. So our CEO really, what you call this one, revolutionized the entire industry with his business, with the business plan that he have. So that's what I love the most. And he is very, he's not far away. He's even when, not just me, because maybe you said, okay, you can say that because you're shareholder. No, it's not. When you meet him, he's really very, very approachable. And you can actually, when we have more Filipinos in the community, and they would come to me and say, Mommy, she is he doesn't act like he's the president or the founder or the owner of the company. He's just like us. Yeah, it's very down to earth, and I love that. I love that. So it's not like there's the that CEO, but you don't see. He is very visible. He's very active, and with our what you call this one, actively even now. See, he's still doing training, right? So he doesn't have to do that. There's a lot of qualified trainers, but he's still doing it himself.
Yes, I totally agree, Miss Nora, because he doesn't need to do anything like this anymore, because he basically has all the money that he needs up until to the next generation. But that's the thing that I admire about the leadership of this company, is that he really has the heart for people. He wants to, of course, he has a target, and the reason for that target, when we say to the billion, is because imagine 70% of that $1 billion sales will go back to the partners, and that's what he truly wants to see, people improving their life. And that's the reason why the vision of the company is that opulent living is no longer exclusive only to the most privileged, but it is an opportunity that can be accessed by everyone to achieve generational wealth. So that's the thing that I also love about that, and that's what you have said. It's happening to you. 14 years into the business, you're still accumulating 5 million CVs. Wow. Just because, of course, the smart buy. So I just want to ask you, Miss Nora, with regards to the different ways of making money here in Opulence Global, what is your personal favorite, and of course, our favorites? And of course, can you share with us a little bit something about your experience when it comes to the compensation plan?
My favorite is, of course, the residual income, because that's why I said you build it once, you get paid over and over again. So that is my favorite, because without this opportunity, I won't be able to go home. The biggest aha moment for me is when I went home to the Philippines, and I was able to, in 2019, I was able to go home 3 times. My friend was like, you're going to the Philippines as if you're going to Scarborough, because Scarborough is a town here in a city in Toronto. So that would not happen if I stayed in the job. Mm-hmm. I have nothing against job, because I'm working even right now, because I love what I do, and just that it's just the freedom to go anywhere, anytime. And now with our app, all we need is a data and our smartphone. So that's the best thing, because even if wherever we are in the world, we can build a business. It does, because it doesn't, the way we have the restaurant, we cannot do that, right? We cannot do that. We have to be there. But this one, wherever we go, business goes with you, and you just monitor it with your phone, in the phone, and then because we wear the product and drink or so, you are constantly promoting your business.
Yes.
Without even knowing it, not well, how do I say it? It's not a hard thing to do. You wear the ass, and that's what do we say, that this business is simple, but it's not easy. But you have to be persistent and consistent and promote your business, because when you start this business and you don't promote it, it's just like you open a store and you close the door, right? So
yeah. Yes, that's absolutely true, Miss Nora. And I just saw a post. I don't know when it was, but I was really happy to see that, because you've mentioned as you get started with your story, you were in debt, a lot of debt, and then of course you were trying to make ends meet. you're finding meaning, purpose for what you are doing. And I saw a post that you have made, and you said there it's good to be debt free. It's good to be, living the life, of course, having time with your loved ones. So, anything that you would want to share when it comes to that, Miss Nora, particularly for those people that are new here in this call?
Yeah. Can you what I was saying is, if I didn't use that 10,000 to get started in this business, what I did is I think what I started with the top package, because if I have to do the work anyways, I want to get paid on all of it. I want to maximize everything. So that was my mindset. So that's why even if it was 3,599 US dollars, I started on that. So because so that I can pay off my debts, because if I didn't use that 10,000 credit limit that God provided me with that application of the, for those of you who are late, just listen to the thing later. But if I didn't use that, where would I be, right? So I would not be able to pay those debts, and it felt so good when on top of that, I started March, by April I got myself the vehicle. That's why it's like that the one pushed me to really work harder on the business, because if I don't, then I have I have no other source to pay my debts and the vehicle.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for that again, Miss Nora. And I have seen you grow as well in the business. You once you said that you were not really very vocal about doing the business, but then you're doing whatever it takes, and I can see how you are very aggressive when it comes to this opportunity. So anyway, Miss Nora, any thing that you would like to share, particularly to our new partners, our new guests that are on this call? Because basically what you have shared with us is just really, really inspiring. And if they are looking into something that can help improve their life, can you share what are your probably final messages? Because time flies so fast. It's almost an hour. So
Oh wow. What I just want to say is, sometimes our journey have a downturn. Like Ramin said, it's not, there's peak and valleys, right?
yeah.
As long as we never give the one thing, there's three words that says it's very dangerous, right? If you are new, and the word that says I know that, right? Because when you say I know that, you already close your mind, and you will not be coachable. You are not going to learn because you already know that, right? You're not open to learning. For me, it's always when people say you're a leader, you're a mentor, I don't see myself that way. I serve people, I serve my team, and I'm always learning, because I know people, they look at me because I've been in the company too long. They look at me that I know it all. I don't. I'm learning every day. I'm learning from different presenters, different leaders in the company. I'm learning from my downline, learning from my sideline. I don't have that big head that I know it all. I just want to, how do I say it? I empty my cup all the time so that I can fill it more of more knowledge, or I can, because if it is full, your cup is full all the time, you have no room you're not willing to learn. There's no room to put anything in there. So when I say, because I always say, if you are not, we stop learning, we may as well be dead, right? Because there's nothing else to go, right? So always, I guess that's my thing, that I'm open. And then even with 14 years of journey, there's always a problem that will arise. But as long as we focus on the solution, because what happened if you have a camera, you zoom it, you focus it, what happened? It magnifies the object. The same thing for problems. So we have to be careful what we focus on, either the problem or the solution. Focus on solution and then keep moving forward, because this is the best opportunity. I'm not saying that because of all what Rico said to me, but I really believe this is the best solution for us, the best opportunity for us. Maybe you don't see it that way, but I hope you'll dig deep into learn more into the business plan that we have, how it helps a lot of people, and basically is helping people helping people, and that is really true in our company.
No, absolutely, Miss Nora. And we have seen a lot of people, especially in these challenging times, that they are confined, lockdown. Like for instance, here in the Philippines, we're still on a lockdown. But the good thing is the opportunity continues even if we are on a lockdown, because we have the platform, we have the products, we have the compensation plan, we have the system that needs to be done in order for us to grow and build and expand our business, not only in our own country, but in different parts of the world. And that is the thing that I love about this. And while you are there, Miss Nora, I'm here in the Philippines, and of course, we're learning from each other.
I just want to add something, Rico. It's like in my journey, it's not like, okay, you have people come and go. That's that's just the reality, because some people cannot withstand the heat, maybe, right?
Yeah.
And they end up looking at other opportunity, right? But people come and go. That happened in my team, in my organization. People come and go, but this business is not your upline's business. This is not your downline's business. This is your business. So don't quit. People keep going with new blood, right? Because like we said, like Ramin said, it's so hard to carry. What's that? Ask the horse to something like take the horse, drag the horse to the water, right? And rather than starting a new blood, one of these days you can find somebody that is open. I lost thousands of my team. I have a big team in Tri-City here in Toronto, in Canada, and their upline quit. All of them quit. All of them just quit. And I said, what are you gonna do? You're gonna cry? No, keep moving forward. And just again, never give up. That's just how it is. That's just the way it is. Right.
Thank you so much, Miss Nora. And of course, for those of you who are here on this call, if you have some questions or some insights that you would like to also share with Miss Nora, please feel free to put it in our chat box, or even raise your hand if you have some things that you would also like to share. And Miss Nora, this has been an enjoyable time for each and every one of us. Although I have known you personally for when we met first time here in the Philippines, I remember that. And it seems like, as what you have said, in 1 year's time, you came back here 3 times. Okay. So it was like you're making Philippines is just like going to the market or something. So, but anyway, it was truly inspiring to hear your story, Miss Nora. So anyone here from our team who would like to also share their insights or their questions, please feel free to raise your hand so we can unmute you. We still have a couple of minutes before we end or wrap up this call. And of course, this has been truly an enjoyable time together with our Lives of Director Tree, all the way from Niagara Falls, Canada. And for those of you who are new here, actually, we have a special promotion that is ongoing right now. So you can actually get back to the person that invited you here. When Miss Nora started here, I think, how much was the package then, Miss Nora?
$3,599 US.
Wow. $3,500 US, and the promotion that we're running today is not even close to that amount. But you get more and more content, particularly when it comes to the platform products and everything. Wow. So better take advantage of this exciting promotion opportunity that we have here. And of course, I can see someone raising their hand. I can see Ifra, one of our partners, who's now, I think, in Turkey, or one of our leaders, one of our lifestyle director for. So, Ifra, if you are ready, you can unmute yourself. Good morning,
Hello,
good afternoon to you,
Rico.
Miss Ifra.
Hello, Rico. Hello, my sister Nora. And of course, everyone. I see Yulia and Maria as well on the screen. I love it. Thank you so much for an amazing, amazing call, Nora. You know, we've had you, as you know, on our team. We had you as one of the leaders who came on to share your story. And we had an entire hour and a half with you. And I still remember your story and your echo. And I love that you started with it today about, you know, being at a broken spot, you know, like ever since you shared that story with me today, I was telling my team, you gotta come on and listen to her story. It really touched me every single time. And I love what you said about, you know, we plan, right? And God plans. And of course, God's plan is always the best one for all of us. So I love that. Thank you so much for that. I guess my question, and you touch a little bit on, my dear, at the end, towards the end, about people coming and going. So 14 years in business, I am sure you have faced a lot of challenges. If you can touch on that, for those of us that are newbie, even though I've been around for 3.5 years, still I'm a brand new baby. So I want to learn from you, my dear, the 14 years, the challenges that you have faced and how you overcame them day in and day out.
Okay, thank you, Efra. Thank you for the kind words. But the way I see it is this business is my business. Okay. So if I give up just because my upline give up or my sponsor give up, if I give up, then I was looking at what is my alternative. I really, if you guys can only grasp the beauty, the thing of this business, you really just keep going. And because what I say, because like I said, I've been a network marketing junkie. I never sent anything like this, like what we have, like what our CEO created, the business plan, everything that he have for us. And he is relentless into giving more, developing more. And it's just there's so much, you know. Can you imagine when that was back in 2009, 2009. Can you imagine if I quit because they quit, right? Can you imagine where would I be today now? Because before there was only, if I entertain that, oh, this product is, I cannot sell this product. They are too expensive. Who can afford this product? This is what I encountered a lot when we started, when we present the business, right? The product, it was so expensive. That was the fashion. But then again, when I break down the compensation plan, that's when their eyes lit up. One of my guests at the time when I was in Montreal, he said, Nora, the way you break down that compensation plan, I have to be brain dead in order not to start this business. So that's how powerful our compensation plan is. And would I be able to travel back and forth to the Philippines or stay there for 6 months and continuously getting paid if I quit? There's so much I could lose if I did. And the key thing really is just your smart buy. Smart buy and plug into them. As upline, we don't drag our people because remember our upline plans. 25, they'll give you 25, you give me 50, I'll give you 50, give me 100, I'll give you 200. And if you are struggling right now in your teams, go and approach your upline. We're waiting. I'm always, for me, I just wait for my, when they are ready, I'm there for them, but I'm not dragging them. Okay, I'm not dragging them. So it's always have the, oh, I'm getting to think about explaining this what you're asking me, Efra. It's just don't give up. Don't give up and keep going, because this is our business. If encounter problems, it's my business, right? There's a business, if we think it that way, that this is our business, we will not say, oh, the company did this, the company did that, the company did that, right? They are there to provide us the product, and we have to run our business. I don't know if that helps, but that's my thought on that.
Well, definitely, Miss Nora. You know what I've seen about you as well is the reason why you have been here for the past 14 years is because you are always there, open for learning. You are supporting your team. You're continuing to bring in new people every time you have an opportunity to share the product. You share it, and then eventually this becomes your partners as well. But the thing that I love about you is that is your mindset. Your mindset that this is an opportunity. You have to just keep moving forward. You have said it from the beginning. You never stop, never quit, never give up, and that's the mentality that people also see from you, and that's the reason why some of them doesn't quit, because they see it in you. But of course, we cannot control those people. When people go, there's sometimes nothing we can do about it anymore. Okay, so thank you so much, Miss Nora, for that for the thing that you have shared. All right. Anyone else who would like to share their insights and their story? I can see a lot of comments here coming from our chat group, chat box. I mean. All right. All right. So I can just read some of them to you, Miss Nora. So Ifra said, beautifully said, my sister, thank you so much for all you do. And coming from Justine, very inspirational story. You're an amazing lady leader, always supporting teams. Thank you for your support with the French presentation. Thank you for sharing your testimonials. And of course, there's some more comments here, and I can see also a raise of hand here. Let's call on first Steph Wise. Hello, Steph, one of our partners all the way from Canada. Thank you so much.
Hi, Rico. Hi,
Hi,
Nora. Hi, everyone. Hope you are all doing amazing.
Superstar.
Hello, my dear. Oh, wow. I've heard bits and pieces of your story, Nora, over the years, and every time, it gives me goosebumps, and it's so humbling to know that we have solutions in so many different areas. And as I've seen you grow, as you've seen me grow over the years, you've always been such an amazing support, a kind heart, helping anybody, always willing to go that extra mile to do what is necessary, picking up the phone and just letting anyone know that you came into contact with just how important they are. So I just want to thank you for your support and your kindness over the years, Nora. It's been amazing working with you. And I appreciate the support that you've provided for our team as well. So thank you. My question for you, for everyone who's new, or even our partners existing that are here that may want to hit the reset button, or someone new or a guest listening here, what would you say is the most important skill to learn to be successful in this business, or characteristic? What would you say if someone were to go all in learning something, what would that be?
I would say plug in. That's here's why I say that is because because I learned that from my own experience. If I'm not plugged into the calls, to the trainings, I feel like I'm lost, right? So plug in, and then like I said, I repeat it over and again, never give up, but always don't detach yourself, because sometimes I think when people encounter problem, they detach themselves, which is, to me, is a biggest mistake, because now you become cold, right? You become cold. So if you have not been active, like you mentioned, reset, refresh, start plugging in. I've learned from Drosella's presentation. I learned from the presentation, because every presenter have different style. They have their different nuggets the other than, and I know Stephanie is so good at that too. That giving all that nuggets. Actually, I said I like that. When I watch it, oh, I like that. I like the way you said it. You know, I like the way you said it. I like what she said, and I apply that in my when I present too. I can use that. The Kenya team, I plug in there. I just keep plugging in because like it's just okay. Same thing as our perfect example is our cell phone. If you didn't plug it in, it will eventually die, right? So keep plugging and keep recharging yourself and learn from others. Yeah, as long as, like I said, keep your cup empty so you can fill up as you're open to learning from different leaders, different people. Then I hope that helps, Steph. I think
All
this is
right, thank you. Yes. Anyway, Yulia, I think there are a couple of hands raised. So if you can just unmute them and let them ask their questions.
Definitely. We have Naima here raising a hand. Do you want to unmute yourself? If not Naima, we'll go to the next. We have Sahara Said raised hand. Do you want to unmute yourself?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes. Hi, Sahara. How are
Hello?
you?
Hi, Julia. Hi, Rico and Nora. How are you, all of you? Thank you for actually doing something like so inspiring. And I have to, what is my language? I have to also give a special thanks for Nora. Nora, thank you for sharing with us with a story. As Ifrah said, it was actually an inspiring first day I heard. And at the same time, I always share the client. It really is like I can add anywhere I can add it in your statement about how the conversation plan works and how to keep the smart buy go on for the client so they can be get paid later on in a good commission. So really it was the way you shared with us, the way you praise us and prepare for us what's upcoming in our richness in our life. It was amazing. And like I couldn't imagine more than better teacher than you to sit and listen and more often to talk to you and say, no, Nora, how can I do this one or that one? So it's amazing to have you and thank you for amazing special session for today. I really appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Actually,
so if
oh, sorry.
So if I add question, I don't have how to make a formation, but I just want to you maybe share with us two things how the smart buy can help us down the future. Like if those of us who is new to the business and don't understand how the smart buy can help to grow their business and to strengthen their own well-off and well-being in the future. Many people saying to you, why do I buy a smart buy? And it's for us, it's like, I know why I buy the smart buy. I know how good it is for me. I know how it helps. But sometimes when new client challenge you would say, can I not to buy a smart buy, but at the same time, it's still part of the business? It's a question need an answer. So what would you say someone say like that?
If someone would ask me a question, first of all, for everyone on the call, smart buy is an option. It is an option. However, if someone would ask me that question, do I have to pay monthly? Do you have to pay? I would say, then I would ask the question, what is your purpose for starting the business? That's my question. Based on their answer, then if they say, because I want to make money, I want to pay off my debts, that's like when in my reason for starting. And then I would say, then you have to be on smart buy. Because first benefit is that extra 10% discount. That is just one. Then I showed them that 12 ways of earning income. I'm getting goosebumps. 12 ways of earning income. That can only happen and maximize. For me, if I have to make, if I do one job and I make, let's say, $1 on that, but if I go to the LA package, I can make $5. Why would I make $1 if instead of $5? The same work I did. So that is why it's the same work you do, we can maximize everything. That was the first thing. So if I can make that money, then that one, and also long term, another one, because it just kicked in. Long term, the residual income. If you looking this for this business to build a retirement, build generational wealth, or then you can do the smart buy is very, very important. It's the key to this business. Otherwise, can you imagine if I wasn't on smart buy? Then there would be all the CV that I mentioned earlier, like I've been getting paid weekly since I started in this business, because it varies, right? But I'm getting paid weekly. The thing is, if then I still have 5 million CV in my back office. Can you imagine if I didn't have on smart buy? I feel like I'm flashing all those money that I didn't do even because of the way the business plan is created by our CEO, right? I feel like I was flashing that money in the toilet.
It's true.
Yeah. So that's when they ask you that question, ask them the question back. What is your purpose? That's the question we need to ask. What is your purpose for doing this business? What is your purpose? If you just want to buy product, you can. You don't have to be on smart buy. You can buy product every single month if you want. However, if you have then you show them the benefits of being on smart buy 150, you get that extra discount, right? And also another thing I said is, let's say, for example, instead of, let's say you want to buy a family pack, instead of having a charge in your card of $700 or $400, $500 one time, you can put that money every single month and you buy when you need it. That's another thing I would say about the smart, if they are on shopping credit, because it's really that's why the smart buy, the shopping credits is very powerful. And another thing remember I said earlier, I receive product every single month. If that is what you want, how you want to build your business, you can do that too, because we also ship product every single month automatically. However, you still have a choice. You can still change it. You want this, you want that. You're not stuck. You're with the same product every single month. There's a lot of freedom building this business, a lot of freedom or building this business towards your financial freedom. A lot. So I hope that helps, Sarah.
Absolutely, and it's so true. It's so true. So true. Those of us who already read it and know all of it, but sometimes it is. And I'm not saying this with your answer for it, but sometimes it's that kind of like a challenge when the person are ignorant. That's actually exactly when they're ignorant for the business, and they knew. Because they knew, that's why they're ignorant, because they didn't even look at it, the benefit, because they didn't read it. So every different reason is, and they actually like, in a 6 month or 2 months later or 1 year later, come back to you and say, why am I paying this? And I'm like, why are you not paying that? But we will continue teaching them, and we will continue educate them as for the member of the community and from a member of our organization, to teach them how important it is. Like, I could not imagine not being in a first day when I started this business for my smart buy. I never miss one day, and I always pay. And I love it to see my back office, although I'm not going to pay right now in 10,000 or 50,000 yet. But as soon as I open, it's kind of like that is allow me to work harder every day. Even seeing it, like from time to time, I take a picture, a screenshot picture, and say, okay, this is where I am. This is my next move. I'm enjoying. The joy in my heart is fulfilled because I saved it. I know I'm smart enough to get into this type of business, and I know I'm smart enough to actually save every penny of our business and know at the same time and learning at the same time how to claim it back. So hopefully a lot of us can bring it back and teach for our organization and new members for all of us. And thank you. I'm satisfied, by the way, by the question. Thank you.
I just want to add into that what you call this one. Sometimes we just need to break it down for them. We need to break it down for them. When they don't want to go in on Smart, they want to launch, but they don't want a monthly, because I'm facing with one right now, prospect of my downline. I showed her because she wants the benefits of the tax. And then I showed her the what you call this one, the comp plan breakdown. Even if when you said, okay, you can launch right now, you don't have to be on Smart Buy, right? If you don't want on Smart Buy yet, but soon as they have somebody in their team, either brought in by the upline, the downline, or anywhere, I'm calling them. I'm calling them. Guess what? You want to throw this money, or you want to have it for your future? So I'm calling them, get on Smart Buy right now, because we're launching somebody else and it's gonna be in part of your team, and you can leverage that even if they don't understand what leverage is yet. And then we will meet another time. We will meet tomorrow. I'll explain it to you, break it down for you. And that's what I do. Like, I'm so nice, because I feel like they're wasting that. They're wasting that CB that they're supposed to be built up in their organization. So that's what I do. Call them. I call them right away. So yeah.
All right, thank you for that. Yes, thank you so much. And of course, probably Yulia, we can still have two more. Also, we want to respect the time of the people that has joined in. I know it's a Sunday, so we appreciate your participation. So we probably can have two more.
But I don't want you come back ever and say as an upline, or maybe upline, like 2 generation up, you don't know that. Like, I will be as a leader or as a partner and as a upper what's the word, good word, like as a leader for that organization. I don't want one of us not knowing it, that what it means is Smart Buy for their business. So that's the only a big lesson we can take all of us today together, as Sister Nora said, like, teach them, tell them what it is. Does not matter. Like, I actually learned so much hard way not to take a personal, because sometimes it hit your heart when you see somebody, other people working for them, but I still, because they or she or he not making money, they get disappointed and say, okay, why am I paying this one? But you are actually losing the money other people working for you. So I think so the best way we can overcome this is to teach them all the time, but at the same time let them know. Like, you just say, look, at the workplace station is, you just, the email coming to you and say, by the way, this and that, you should know. You don't have to respond back, and it's just information. So we have to tell them exactly, this is just information. You should know what it is and the consequence of.
Definitely. Thank you for sharing and asking, Sahara. It was an important question. And Nora, you answer and give a lot of candies, I call them, to all the people on the call. I also want to give a few more people the opportunity to ask questions, although we are way over an hour. Just so everyone will know, the official interview is over. Now we're just having fun answering questions. So feel free to stay and ask questions. We have Imelda here. Do you want to unmute yourself?
Hello.
Hello.
Evening from Manila, and a good day to all. Okay. Hello, Tenora.
Hello.
And your journey with Opulence Global is such an inspiration. Okay. I know that it's not only for me, but to a lot of our colleagues and those who knows you personally. I am happy for you became a part of the Opulence Philippine team also. Okay. Now you have been giving time as a friend, as a speaker, as a listener, as a leader, and sharing all that you know. Okay, so also, whenever I think about the number of your stay with Opulence, I can't help but you think and be impressed. 14 years, wow, tagal, ang tagal din nun, te. Why? Because you saw the company, you saw the company. You have personally testified, you have a personal testimony about the products and the content. Okay, so you know, you know where the company will lead you. So the one thing that I also would like to say thank you is for your consistency in saying, in repeating, to always have this smart buy, because you know the power of where this smart buy will lead us to. So I'm a fan of you there. I'm a follower of this smart buy. That's what I believe. It's not only me who's doing it, but a lot of people as well. We just continue in holding hands, helping the Philippine market grow, and looking forward to personally seeing you again, ate. Salamat and good luck.
Thank you. We have one more, Verlin, and that's it because we have to check out.
Verlin, do you want to unmute yourself? Do you have a
All the way from Anguilla.
I think maybe she's not with us now.
Well, anyway, I just want to say that, Miss Nora, thank you so much for being on this call, for sharing your story, for sharing your life, your passion. And I know that the reason why you also took this opportunity is for you to share. And of course, you have been blessed with a lot of things. So it's your time to also share to other people, to share that blessings to other people as well. And so I personally thank you for all the things that you do. And of course, thank you for being part of this call, sharing your story and your inspiration to many, many people. And of course, thank you, Yulia, for being an amazing, amazing host. I really admire the way you do your hosting. So maybe we can close the call. And of course, thank you to all of our partners and our guests, especially to our guests who joined us in this call.
Amazing, amazing call. Thank
Verlin
you.
says you cannot unmute herself.
Verlin, why not? Can you unmute yourself now, Verlin? You have one last second.
Thank you, Verlin.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Nora, for sharing your amazing story. You need to go run and check out, I know. Thank you, Rico, for being a great interviewer. Thank you to all our partners and all our guests. If you are a guest on this call, please get back to the person who invited you to this call. Share with them what inspired you on this call. Ask your question, how can you become a part of Opulence Global and change your life and change other people's life? And you can always join us every Sunday, same day, same time, to get inspired from different stories. And until then, enjoy your weekend, everyone.
I was at the beginning of when Rico and I were talking about this interview, I was gonna say, should I eliminate the part of the depression, or no? We have to tell the truth because that's the journey. That was part of the journey. So yes. I'm not, I'm not embarrassed to admit it that I went through that. So thank you so much, everyone, and we have to check out. Good night, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world, and bye-bye.
Thank you very much
everyone.
for sharing.
Thank you, Yulia, to the billion. Thank you so much.
To the billion.